Get back to work. Go on.
And so going through my box of clears and glosses and mattes, it turns out I have a ton of matte clears. I only have one gloss clear. So I'm not going to be able to do as many gloss layers as I wanted. At least not immediately. I can do a couple now and then always add to them later. However, I think I'm going to lead with a matte clear for a coat or two and then start building up the gloss from there. I may just dump another $10 or $20 into more gloss and buy some. I just hate to go yet again to the store to get stuff. An interesting option at this point would be frosted glass. It wouldn't really do much except to put like a haze on the red perhaps. Or if I wanted to mask yet again, do a reflect on all the white panels so he stands out at night when the headlights hit him. Or select panels, you never know. I can always add that later on as well. The only difference would be that putting it on now before the gloss would make it more inherent to the paint scheme rather than above the gloss later where it can chip off and get dirty easier. So with a major sanding of the paint booth, turns out I had completely clogged the filter with red paint. It was vicious. That's why all the red was backing up into the room. There was no suction going on with the fan, at least very little. And red was getting everywhere, all over the place, for real. Even on the desk here, all the way out onto the floor over there, up there onto the shelving, over here onto the sides, even onto the carpet. Luckily, I've lived here long enough where the landlord can't charge me for replacing the carpet, but that's an easy fix because it's just going to be a top surface haze. Even a bit of the Star Destroyer went pink for a little bit. So painting apples was definitely not without its hazards, and the very last paint I came back pretty much solid red, and now I know why. Because of this filter here. I've already cracked off most of the paint, but you can imagine that thick layer covering the entire thing. Plus all the filth as well. It never makes it through to the far side, but that is totally nasty. I've also taken out the plastic. I've also taken out the saran wrap plastic cover, as that had gotten pretty filthy as well. I may just take a fan to these fans. I may just take the vacuum to these guys here just to help clear out any remaining debris. Looks like the fan blades themselves are relatively unharmed from all the paint that was going on. So I'm very glad for that filter.